Yes.
it's tough to judge the progress on it because I mean, it's been a
How are you
month, you
how are you
know?
looking at it like overall with the way we started, right? On a scale of 1 to 10, like, so remove us from the equation, like for you, how is it
Right.
feeling overall to have an
I,
asset like a team like us?
I mean, I would say like 9, 10. It's a game changer because you guys are able to help me with not just simply getting realtor appointments, but now calling like the databases and stuff. Like that's a big deal, you know? And I'm telling these realtors, I'm like, hey, I have a team that I pay for every month. And their job is I give them a list of people and they call them. So I want to extend the help to you as well. Like, please give me a list of your for sale by owner, like of whatever it is, like
Yeah,
whatever
just
you
give
want
me
me
a
to
list.
do. Like, I will call it for you, and you're gonna pay less than like anything anywhere to do it because I'm paying for a lot of it. So,
Yeah.
like, use me as a resource, dude. Like, fuck, like it's just a lot of people are really like, wow, like that's really really cool. When I share with them the results of the lead campaign that we did for Robert, people are like,
Mm.
"What?" Like, because dude, how many did we give? Like 250 leads, and you got like
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
four a point. Like that's a
No, I
big
think I think less
freaking.
than that, right? I think 150 or something.
That's crazy. Like that's crazy to me. That's
Yeah.
that's really good. You
But
know?
we can keep following up with them as well. Sometimes people say, not right now, maybe 3 months later, we stack that up. It's always in the CRM, like the pipeline keeps building.
Right.
Um, so yeah,
It's been
that
good. I
now.
just gotta. I want it to start converting into like fucking
So what do
business,
you
right?
think? What do you think? So here's the KPI, right? Were you aware that we also need to get to second calls as much as possible, or did I miss that part in the communication?
I think you may. Well, I think it was like in the beginning you touched on it a little bit. Then you're like, it's okay. We don't need to. But um,
Okay,
I
yeah,
didn't know how important it was.
that was a because Justin came in and we started to get these appointments. We were like, what? Okay,
We
let's
just
just keep
rolled
this
with it.
part. Yeah. Let's actually get more focused on. So here's the plan, right? The idea is to make sure that we have warm follow-ups back to them. And now, you see the amount of like we are being able to generate so much volume of opportunities in all markets now. Multiple listings under contract, and a lot of things happening, right? So if we can get them to that stage, which is stage four, let's say, stage one being showing up, stage two being first second call booked, stage
Hmm.
three being them sharing a list, stage four being us getting a referral from them. Let's count that as stage four. To get to stage four, also, yeah, I keep deviating from main topics. Let me stick to the topic.
It's okay, man.
So four stages, right? So the goal is to get to fourth stage, the stage four. We need to get as many people as possible in the stage three, which makes it easier for us to continuously give them value, which makes it
Yes.
easier for them to stay in touch with you, and the follow-up becomes much, much better, right? Instead of cold follow-ups. So that is why the second call is important because they need to move ahead. This is like a call to action, taking a step forward, commitment from their side. And also, they get to directly talk to us. We get to play call recordings. They feel that assurance, and
Yeah.
it moves to the stage three with more lists from them, right? And those two gaps are stuff that we will fill up with follow-ups from
Right.
your side to continuously call them and get push them to the next stage. That's it. And then from our side, I used to not have a video editor specifically for this. Now I'm getting an editor as well. Just
Oh,
like
nice.
I shared a case study, right, with you, the one
No,
recently. I
I don't
mean,
think
as
so.
in like the video I shared with you recently.
Oh yeah, I did see that video. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Um,
was cool.
I'm trying to, put all the results that we have from different markets in one video, 5, 6 videos
Hmm.
like this, which can become follow-up assets for your email, from your email to them, in between these stages, right? So you can
I
call them
mean,
up. Uh-huh.
is if they're at stage three and they've given us a list, they're gonna get at bats. You're gonna have appointments for them. At that point, like, why do they really need anything else to send us a referral? Like, that's a You know what I mean? Like that's a lot. They've made the choice to give us the list, right? Are you saying this is more of a tool to be able to build trust in them to like let them know like,
Yeah.
hey, like we're not gonna
Some
freaking like
people, yes, because realtors, when we are asking for referrals from them, and this is my understanding with the limited understanding and experience in this market,
Mhm.
is it costs them a lot to get to that stage where it becomes a referral for you. It's a lot
Right.
of work until that point. So they are very attached to that. So to get a
Yeah,
one quality referral, we need to be a really good asset. It can take some time. It's more like dating, right? It's
of
just,
course.
it's more like 3 months. It can be 5 months for some people. Depends on how
Right.
introverted or extrovert, dating terms, how much they are open to. Uh,
And the
so
market's slow too. So it's like,
yes, yeah.
I'm looking at all my average agents that I work with, and it's like the best agent that I work with, the number one, but
Mhm.
like he literally, he did deals for like my father-in-law. Comes to like our house for, my daughter's birthday party and stuff like that. Our friends are our kids are friends. I haven't gotten a deal for him in 2 months just because there is none,
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like I have to understand like it's not that they're
It's
not
not gonna
referring
be.
anyone. They
So
just don't have it right now.
exactly. And so there's
So,
two opportunities for you, right? Two things that I think the timeline can look like. Possibly, if we can get maybe 20 realtors to send us a list, right? Something to start with.
mhm.
And that can be on average 200 contacts, right?
Okay.
That is a 4,000 list that we have access to now. And ideally, if we can get buyer contacts, right? Maybe an additional value from your side to them is going to be, hey, if you have dormant leads and then we generate buyer contacts from there, I can take those calls for you as a financial assistant, or a partner, and then possibly vet them even before you speak with these buyers back, if they are not like your core past clients, right? Let's say someone shares Zillow leads or Facebook ad leads,
Right.
and we book 10 appointments, and they have to take 10 appointments and then possibly see like only three of them were like worth the conversation. Maybe then you can take those
Yeah.
conversations. I'm not sure like how that can look like, but that way you can
Yeah.
possibly get more applications stacked up directly as well.
Yeah.
That
I mean,
can,
I would, the thing is, if you're reaching out to them on their behalf of their client, like they don't want to talk to me yet. Remember, the mortgage part is very like, that's not the fun part they like to talk to. People like to
yeah, it's
wait till
just,
the end. So if
yeah.
they give them to that agent, like, unless the agent is a real piece of garbage, like they're gonna try to get them back over to me, right?
Mm.
I'm just worried if I take that call or if, or whatever, they're going to be asking me questions about the house. And it's like, I don't know how to sell a first call for the real estate agent, like that's on
Mm.
them. But if I have two or three calls where I'm like, hey, buyer's calling you at 2 o'clock on Tuesday, two or three times, I mean, if they're not giving me business after that, then like I give up on that person. We'll just go get somebody
Got
else.
it. Yeah, that is
That's just
possible.
such a
Yeah,
weird,
makes sense, makes sense. Yeah, I'm just,
well,
thinking out
but
loud, how can we possibly get more control to the system, right? Back to you.
so let me think about this real quick. I don't think there's a way. Well, because I see what you're saying. Because like, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't
I
know.
think
I don't know.
let's not do it yet, right? Let's stack up the list first and then see
Hmm.
how it turns out for you. Because for example, there's another person in Jacksonville, for example, right? And he that realtor sent us a list of 4,000, right? 4,000, 5,000, I think. And
Wow.
she's not engaged now. So we have this list. We can get like 100 appointments from there. No one is there to take the appointments. So I asked the MLO to possibly help that realtor out that, hey, you know what, instead of you taking so many appointments, I'll take these appointments for you as a part of your extended team. And maybe the call can be more like, hey, you know what, I'm from Rika's team. I take care of like the financial part of it, mortgage part of it. So,
Right.
if we can possibly, what type of, how are you looking for, looking into credit score and stuff like that, that I can take a note of that and then I can forward that to Rika and accordingly she can make a better plan for you and make this process easier for you.
Okay, that's it. In an instance like that where somebody has 4,000 leads and they're trying to go through them, that makes sense because that agent can get very overwhelmed. Like
Yeah.
for example, was that all one person, like one team that had those leads?
Just one reel, like she invested a lot into leads,
Hmm.
Zillow leads, and then it was just sitting idle, right?
So Okay, because this is interesting because I have a meeting with um an agent that's got a lot in their database, and I want to like make sure that that doesn't happen. How many how many leads were generated from that list of people? Like, was the agent on the other side just overwhelmed and like they couldn't take the leads, or were they just slow to respond to them, or they didn't show up,
After,
or
yeah, so I mean, we got like 20 appointments in like 2 weeks, right? That's too many, too
God damn.
many. And she
Yeah.
spoke with I think 10 of them, and three of them came back to the mortgage partner for applications.
Wow.
I'm talking about like the video that I shared with you, the same campaign,
Yes.
right? After
Yeah.
this, what happened is like, I shared until 15th appointment and we booked like five more appointments and she just gave up. She's like not even responsive. She's like, guys, I'm like, I'm not able to handle this much. So let's
That's
slow it down a
crazy,
bit.
dude. That's
Yeah.
nuts, bro. Like, that's nuts.
Yes, you gotta
Damn.
see like how realtors are. It's very difficult to predict, right? So, but in
That's so
marketing,
crazy, bro.
it's difficult
Like,
to predict that.
but the funny thing is, Suba is like they will without the drop of a like they will give Zillow 40% like that. Like they're like, yep, sure, there you go, here you go. But like we're like, hey, we have a buyer that was interested before for $0. Can
Yeah.
you like pick the phone up? And they're like, "Eh,
Yeah.
whatever. But they're all not like that. You got to find the smart ones. But like, dude,
So from time to time, yes.
that's nuts, dude. That's
So I
freaking
mean, just
crazy.
just be open to that idea, maybe
Okay, so here's my question about that. Like, how do I bring up the second call on the first call? What's the best way to do that?
have you asked for the second call in the recent calls?
I have, yes. One guy didn't show up, but I got a hold of him later, and that was fine. And I basically just said, "Hey, I want to set." This is what I said. I said, "I want to set a second call with you so you could meet my team, and we can get all of the logistics ironed out. We can get the WhatsApp group set up. We can help you get everything onboarded, and then you'll be able to meet them as well, so you'll understand a little bit about how it works." That's usually
Yeah.
what I say,
Yeah. Maybe
but I haven't
add
said that
one
on
more.
every call though, to be honest with
That's
you.
that's perfect. Add like
Okay.
a two, add two more parts as well, as in one being that way you can also they can play some existing call recordings and take you through like some of the existing campaigns that they're working on. Will
Yeah,
give
it's
you
good.
a surety. That's number one. And secondly, if you have any questions about that part of the process, they will be better source for you to directly get answers. So that way you can get assurance and clarity. And that is
Okay.
the point for the second call, assurance, clarity, and then trust overall.
Do you find that like sometimes I didn't even think about this, but like, you know, me and you've talked about this before, like some realtors are just like crappy people. You know what I mean? And I don't want to be like the lead guy and that's it. Like you go and we get then these appointments and all that, and they just end up freaking like they just end up saying like I'm not even gonna call the lender anymore. I'm just gonna go through, SQV directly and keep referring everyone to my current lender. Like bye,
Mm.
has that ever happened or is that like
No,
a
no.
really rare thing? I figured it probably was.
No, it doesn't happen. Like, and although those are not the type of people that we would like to partner up with as well, right?
Right.
Because LTV is more important than CAC. Cost of acquisition being lower is not as important as lifetime value being higher. If I'm working
Exactly.
with them and it might be a 4K deal for some reason, it says $4,000, but then it's gonna be a difficult person to deal with.
Yeah,
And
it's not worth it.
yeah, that's against my ego, to be honest.
No, understandable.
Yeah,
Understandable.
I don't like that. So
Okay,
no,
so
that
I'll
doesn't
put
happen.
that
That
down
doesn't
next week.
happen. And also, to give you some, on the data side of it, anyone who schedules a second call possibly does not cancel. 90% show up to the second calls. They
Of
might say
course.
no to scheduling it in the first place. But if we can get them to schedule, it can be a reschedule, but they will also eventually show up.
Okay, got it. Um, cool. Sweet.
What is exactly? Tell me. The point of this call was pretty much to focus on what is your existing follow-up process that you were working with before working with us? Do you have any
Hmm.
assets there? And also, what are your uh, what do your coach uh, suggest? Or what is the program looking like? What is the suggestion there so that I can possibly merge both of these things over the weekend?
Of course. Very similar probably to what you're gonna say. Now, when I have a realtor meeting with the client, with the realtor, I'll usually follow up in a week and I'll future frame this too. I'll say, hey, just FYI, the way I like to do is every Monday I'll call you and when I call you, I'm not calling just to check in to see how you're doing or how the weekend was, and for nothing. I'm calling you because I want to share something of value with you. I want to share something I learned from another listing agent or buyer's agent that's been working really well. I want to share some information that your buyers might need to know, or I want to, help support your business in some way. So when I call you on Monday, I promise I'm not just trying to put my palm out and ask for business. I just want to be able to help pour into your business. One thing I've been saying recently, and tell me what you think about this, is with these calls is when people are asking like, well, what's the deal with this program? And I explain what it is and what we're doing. And then I say, look, like at the end of the day, I I want to pour into your business if you're willing to pour into mine.
Hmm.
But but my follow-up is just a thing of value once a week afterwards. Um, but it's not regimented, Subra, because sometimes some people are just like not you can tell like they don't want you to call them every week. They're very
They
short and like,
don't.
yeah,
They don't.
sure. Okay. So like every week I think is maybe a little bit too much. On average, it depends how they are, right? If they're really
Can
talkative and we end up talking, then yeah, once a week. If not, maybe every 2, 3 weeks.
Yeah, it depends on the warmth of the prospect. How
Did I answer,
warm.
does that answer your question? Or was that like really long-winded and didn't
No,
really?
no, no. It does kind of. I can see what your existing process is. I think we can integrate that in the stages, right? So if someone is in stage one but haven't went to stage two, and we have 10 of those, then your follow-up can be like, hey, you know what, how is it going, and this and that. Um, I just wanted to see like when can we possibly have the second call, right? So we have a purpose behind the follow-up now. And from my point of
Hmm.
view, like, in my business, right? I have really good LTV with my clients. My lifetime value is, I don't have to, I'm not desperate to get more clients because when I get someone in, it's usually gonna be sticking, right? Because communication improves LTV, no matter what the reason for the communication is, right? It just is
Right,
more trust towards you. And then overall, subconsciously, when people spend more time with you, that's like, parasocial relationship developing. So you're more like a trustworthy source. So if we have the stages as the reason for the call, then we can push them towards, hey, help me get you more value by going to the second call. Help me get you more value by
right,
sending me the list. And then once we have the list, uh, every single week we can have something sent back to them, which moves the needle forward. Right. Then the
right,
entire follow-up, it becomes like for them instead of
right.
for us. So I
Well, but
think that
there's only so many people you can call though, right? Like what I'm noticing is this is that because I see what you're saying because you're like then every time you call them, you're calling them with like with business, with stuff, right? And then you're coordinating.
purpose.
But
Yeah.
if they've only got a list of 250 people, like that list is going to be, I mean, you're probably going to get a couple appointments up front and then really nothing, right? Like at least for a while. So how do so the way that you supplement that value, I mean, I think if you get them just one appointment or two calls that show up, that's enormous.
That's already a
But
lot, right?
yeah, but it's not continuous like
It
the
can
listing leads
be.
and stuff
Everything is possible.
is.
Possibility is like endless, right? You can there's always something to do. People are not doing enough at all. Otherwise, they would be closing 100 loans. Sorry,
Right.
100 deals, right? They're not doing that. That means there is so much more to be done. As in, we can go into Facebook expired cancels, or we can do follow up on Facebook expired cancels, or we
I see
can
what you're saying.
possibly.
Yeah.
So everything is like there's a list there, or maybe out of 250 in 3 months, five more will be warmed up. So we gotta just
Just
buy
give
three more months.
just give me a list,
Give
right?
me a
It's just
list.
like I will give you like give me the list of your past clients. We'll start there. After we start farming some of those and getting some appointments on that,
Yeah.
um, we'll find more ways to get you business. We'll
We'll
freaking
explore
then
that,
then
yes.
then I, then I follow up and say, hey, the follow-up campaign really well. I have another idea. Do you have access to a for sale by owner or FISBO or expireds list? Can
Yes,
you please get that list and send it to me, and I'm going to have them call for you.
exactly.
Like,
Also, one more, two more things that can be done, right? Two more things. One is I think you talked about the Facebook ad campaign that you are running for the existing realtor partners, right? That
yes.
can be the next thing, right? that can buy us more time. We just need to, if we have limited context, then we need to buy more time. If we have
Hmm.
unlimited context, then I can just break it down into 8 weeks and then circle through the list again and again. That's
Right.
third thing. Fourth, you are doing content, right? If someone is interested, we did this with someone in again like the Jacksonville guy. He's a really
Hmm.
good client of ours. It's amazing. So
Nice.
he follows everything that I say, and this we just experiment a lot. So I experimented content creation with him, right? So he had this. Do you know what is the company name? Uh, First Home something. Future Home Loans. Future Home Loans.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, so he was in Future Home Loans. That's a very popular one. And
What was his name? I'm, if in case I know him, I know a lot of people in the industry.
Lee Seminoff.
Lee Seminoff. No, don't know him.
Yeah, it's an
Sounds
up north.
familiar.
But
Yeah,
anyways, so we tested out the content thing. So we used to get him realtors similar to this, right? And then he used to invite them in his office to record a podcast together, right?
that's cool.
That becomes content pieces that can be sent out to, if you have an editor yourself, every
Hmm.
single week, invite one top realtor to have a conversation with you, record that. That becomes indirectly they speak with you. And then they ask you about mortgage. And then you answer as an expert. So in their mind, you are, installing yourself as like a expert in the mortgage
That's a
part,
good idea.
right?
That's a good
That
idea. I
can,
like
and
that.
that is an existing thing that you can always do this for next 3 years.
Yes. I just don't have an office. That's one thing I've wanted to do that, but like I work from home, so like I don't have anywhere to do the interview. I can do it a Zoom call, you know?
You can do a Zoom call, yes.
Do a
You
Zoom
can
call
do
and
a
just
Zoom
record it
call.
and
The goal is going to be, hey, I'm doing a content marketing thing, long-term thing.
mhm,
And you are an expert here in this field. I am an expert here in this field, right? So I have my content team as well. So if you can talk about the existing market scenario in this month. So, hey, how is January looking like? How is your market looking like? So if you have like 10 counties, realtors from 10 counties, how is this county specifically looking like in this month? What is exactly like, I'll invite them as experts in
right.
the real estate side to share their insights on how the activity is looking like in that area. And that
Hmm.
becomes a tool for them. So if you can then chop it up into different videos, one long form, maybe five short forms, that becomes their content piece that they can upload in their socials as well and tag you.
Right.
Right. So that becomes a co-marketing thing that can keep on going.
And they tag you in it, so then their audience has access to you too. Damn, I
Yep.
didn't think about that portion of it. That's a really good point. And SEO wise and GEO wise, you're getting tagged
Yes.
in on their different web pages.
Yes.
AI seeing you as an authority, they're recommending you. Damn,
Yep. Right.
that's
But
a good one.
I was not able to convey that with him because, I did not have the content team. So he did not have a content team. I did not have the content team. So we were not able to do this for long. But he already got like 6, 7 referrals from three realtors. And then they start sending him list. That's how we got this 5,000 list. We got 1,700 other from another guy. So this
How
increases
did,
trust overall.
how did you get in contact with those people in the beginning? Were you calling them with that being the value you were adding? Like, hey, I want to do a podcast and help our content out? Or were these people that you and him already met and you were just providing
No, the
additional value
same
to them?
the same process, but on top of it, he was along with the listings and everything, we asked
Hmm.
for the podcasting because he had a studio inside of his office.
I could rent one. Dude, I think we should do something like that.
Do you have a
I really
content
do.
team?
I do. I do. I have editors.
That's
Short form
amazing.
content. Yeah.
The thing with that is, you will never run out of content ideas, right? And when you share about mortgage advice,
Hmm.
right now you are doing it yourself.
Hmm.
It's not as selfless or authoritative versus where an established realtor asking you about that organically. When you
Yes.
ask, you as the host will be asked about that question because it's a realtor, he does not know about this, right? And they
Right.
will ask you, and that becomes a clip where you are an authority figure in the market. You do this for long enough time, you don't have to ever worry about organic content, and this becomes the this as if you do it to 3 months, then this becomes the follow-up thing. It becomes everything. It
Becomes
becomes top of
everything.
funnel for everything.
Dude, what's this? You said you guys they stopped doing it because they didn't have a content team?
Yeah, I mean, it was
That's
on
crazy,
me.
dude. Why
It
did
was
they?
on me, actually.
Well,
I
I
did not.
mean, you can get a freaking someone on Fiverr, bro. Like, doesn't pay him an
No, it is
editor. It's not
not.
that much.
No, it wasn't that much of an investment. It was just like a side project that we were trying to see
Ah, I
how it
gotcha.
can go. I still got him. He then changed the company, so now again we are starting on this. But you can also one more thing that you can do is if you don't have a studio, you can
Mhm.
use this as a reason to go and meet them face to face.
I like that.
Right? That becomes, hey, I will come over to your place. I'll set up the camera. I'll set everything up. I'll make it an organic in your office.
I like it. Okay. Because most of those all real estate offices have like a conference room or
Exactly.
something.
Exactly.
I just get my light and freaking phone and
They have it, yeah.
camera and
And you
yeah,
know how realtors are. They're always, focused on how they look and how their
right.
aesthetics are. So I'm sure they have this studio thing. And then
Yeah,
you can just use it instead of renting it out and asking them to come. You just go
that's
there.
smart.
And
Just go
that
there.
becomes, if you have like top 20, let's say I will aim for the other day I got a realtor team doing 180 total sites. So that team does 180 in Florida. By the way, do you know Hector?
Hector who?
Um, Hector Contreras or something.
Yes, yes, I know that name very, very well. What? Who is that? That's a realtor, isn't it?
That is a realtor team. Hector Contreras. Contreras. I
Yes,
hope that is
I know
it.
that name.
I hope that is not your referral partner.
No, no, it's not. It's not. It's not. I've tried, just like I've tried everybody else, but
We are working with him.
um,
We are working with him now.
dude, who? That's all. Where? Tampa Bay, bro. You got somebody else in Tampa Bay, dude. You better freaking back off, dude. Let me see here.
I told you, right? I'm working with another guy from Minnesota who is about to move to Florida.
So how did he get in with him? That's nuts,
Recently,
dude.
like 2 weeks back, we got Hector to speak with Matt. His name is Matt, New
Uh-huh.
American Funding, and then Hector shared a list with us, and we got him like 10 buyers, 5 of them already. He's amazing. His speed to lead is amazing.
Dude,
We're
that's
working with
sick.
him. It's
I gotta fucking see, like, I gotta figure out a better way to get this fucking list, dude, is what it sounds like. I need to get this list, but and I need to book them for a second call. Um, because like
also
that realtor, they didn't have any problem paying the fee or whatever.
yeah.
Hector Contreras, his team. Did you guys book a second meeting with him?
Mhm. Yeah.
There you go. So, and on that
Second
second meeting,
meeting.
who is it? Is it just me, the realtor, and Jen, or are you on that meeting as well, or what does that
No,
usually
not
look
me.
like?
So it's
I
just
mean, okay,
Jan, Hector, and Matt, the MLO, and Hector's assistant,
keep calling him
Xiaomi.
Jan. Sorry, Jan. Excuse me.
Oh, it is one. And then Hector's assistant, Xiaomi, her name is. So she was also there on that call.
Dude, I have a big agent. I have a very big agent that I met with because of you guys, Bobby Lambert. And dude, I just got my first pre-approval from him. So my
You
first,
got one
yeah, I got my first pre-approved buyer
from
from
one
him.
of the appointments that we
Yeah.
got.
Well, no,
Damn.
not from the appointments that you got. But you introduced me to him because you called him.
No, no, how did that work? Like, talk more, talk more. I'm
All right,
confused.
so all right, so you guys called him. He was really impressed. I had lunch with him. So you set a meeting. I called him, followed up, did my thing. I said, let's go get lunch and talk about this more. I drove up, I got lunch with him. We hit it off. He introduced me to his whole team. I went to his team meeting and like on Zoom and met his other agents. And he was like, dude, like let's do some business together. I haven't gotten any leads yet. Like, what the fuck? Like, what's going on with this? So another thing I was doing is I set up that meta ad for him, right?
Ah,
So I
okay.
set that up and that's been getting some buyers, but they've all been kind of crappy leads. But I basically went to him and said, "Hey, look, I'm pouring into your business, man. Like you're getting buyers, like you're getting leads and stuff like that. Like let's work together. Like what are we doing?" And then he was like, "Yeah, I had a meeting with the team. We're gonna start sending you a lot more stuff." And I just had a pre-approval freaking that like I called right before I called you from
Damn,
that's pre-approved.
damn,
That would have never happened if I didn't have that meeting with him. Never. So
damn.
more is to
So,
come.
Okay, so it was one of the appointments that we booked, and he showed up to the first call.
Yes.
And then you guys met face to face.
Yes.
Perfect, perfect.
Yes.
There we go.
And I did my
There
thing
we
on
go.
the phone and I was like, this guy needs, I'm like, I need an in-person meeting with this guy. Like something, I don't do it with everybody, but I'm like, this guy does
Uh,
a lot of business. When I saw who the person was on the meeting, I was like, holy shit, how did you get this guy on the, like, and he told me, he's like, dude, I don't book meetings with like anybody. Like, he's like, I was just blown away. And I'm like, yeah, dude, don't you want those same people like freaking call? So I went over the FISBO and all that kind of stuff, but I'm like, I'm gonna call him. I don't like, I'm not getting these lists like I should be, bro. Like,
it's fine. It's fine. We're
if I,
just starting.
he's got to have thousands of people on those lists, dude.
Yes.
Like,
So let me actually, prepare some of the other, videos, right? Keep sending them and then use that as the, hey, I just sent you a video. If I send it from my email, they're not going to be looked
they're
at
not gonna see
as,
it.
as seriously. If you send it, you are a local person, you have authority, you have licensed owner, your mortgage brokerage owner, it's going to be a different way of looking at that, right? So you can then
Yeah,
send my video every single week. I'll send, hey, this is something that we are just cooking on this campaign. Have a look at this, right? And then you follow up with the,
yeah,
hey, Bobby, like, I just shared a video with you about the guys that I talked to you about. They got this, and this is the result. Have a look at them, and if you have a list, share that with us. Or if you don't have the, can we set up a time
yeah,
for the second call? So if they are dropping off after the first call and they haven't booked, for the second call, this can be the reason to book a second call. If they booked a second call but haven't shared a list with us, again, every single time I'll share that video with you, follow that up, send that as an email, follow up, mentioning that email, and then call to action is send a list.
okay, got it. I can do that. And here's something else I've run into as I don't want to say an objection, but something we got to deal with is some of these realtors, like, they don't know how to fucking get their contacts on a spreadsheet. It's ridiculous.
Terrible. Yeah, terrible.
I'm like, how do you like, they're like, oh, it's on my company's CRM and I changed companies. I'm like, you never got your own CRM. You never kept track of that on your own. You're self-employed, dude. Like, but
Tell them if they
I
if they
think
want
that
a CRM, if they want a CRM, we can just give them one solid context.
like, go join in on that one. That's fine, dude. Seriously, like, it's, I'm pretty sure it's like nothing to get a sub account on Go High Level, but
Yeah.
that's not a bad idea though. But it's like, dude, just get fucking like anything and like get a spreadsheet and just send it over. But I know Bobby, I know those guys have got big spreadsheets. So being
Yeah.
able to run the ads for them and being able to do this, like, dude, that's
We have a lot of things to do for these guys, I think
yeah.
we're not losing anyone. You can just right now the video I shared with you, send it over to them manually as an email, right?
Mhm.
Mention the case study. I will possibly help you with like, storytelling part of it, and then you can use your add your part, and then call every one of them. Give me 1 minute, it's too hot.
I'll
Yeah,
say
and
these
then
are the guys that are going to be calling,
yeah,
these old leads. I just don't understand, dude, like why anyone would be hesitant to give them dead
trust.
leads. Like they're fucking dead. But what are they going to do with them? What are they going to
No,
sell them
it's a
somewhere else? Like
reputation.
who
It is
cares?
it is a reputation, right? They don't know how we make the calls, accent problems. You know,
Yeah,
what do you say on the start?
right.
Representing someone is not the problem. How you represent is a
Yeah.
big part of it.
And that second call is going to be able to demonstrate how
Yes,
they do it. That's, dude,
exactly.
I get it. This makes sense. Okay.
Do you remember
Um,
why you signed up with me? Because I played the call recordings with you. You literally saw it. I did not have to say it to you. You heard us making the calls.
I was like, that's done.
Yeah,
I was
that
like, I'm done.
literally is the conversion, right?
That is okay.
So let's do that, and do something with the
Okay.
content. See, in this, I don't understand how people don't do content. It is such a big part. By the way, Karina is not good at content. Okay, as in
Did you,
you said to her that, oh,
did
I
you
have
see
so
that?
much
Oh
things
yeah,
to.
I was just like, yeah, it's great. You're doing a good job.
Yeah, you're saying that I have so much
Oh,
things
but
to
she
learn
gets.
from you.
I know that, dude. I'm ruffling her feathers. But like, I'm like, dude, there. But she's getting people from that. Like, she's getting results in it just from what she's doing. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, it works. Content works, and the thing that she says, people don't like when you post too much. It's a lie, right?
That's wrong. That's
That's
wrong.
wrong.
That's wrong.
I cannot wait for the day when I can post like 100 pieces of content on all platforms a
That's.
day.
I mean,
That's
look
my
at
goal.
like look at like, and I know you like look at Alex Hormozy, right? Like,
Yeah.
you
Gary
know
V.
that look at Gary V. Like you think that you think Alex Hormozy or Gary V is like I don't want to post too much.
Yeah,
Like
they
they're like
don't
we'll
care.
post 100 times a day and no one cares.
No one
People
cares.
actually want that.
No, it's interest media, right? It's no more like social media that if you're just subscribed that you will be watching it. If you're interested in that specific piece of content, only then it will show up in your feed. Otherwise, it won't show up.
Yes. Yes.
It's interest media
Yes.
now.
Yes.
So think of content as, and this is also something for you as well, right? So think of content as, let's say you are speaking with Karina, Bobby, and then 10 realtors that we have, that showed up for you, right?
Hmm.
On this calls for you. Every single one of them has a different personality. They target different demographics. Karina works with veterans, I think veterans, right?
Hmm. Yep.
Right. So Bobby have a different way of working. So
Right.
when you record a content with them, that specific content gets to veterans. This specific content goes to specific other demographic that they work with. That way you
Right.
are, piggybacking, what is it called? Like, riding that wave alongside with
Yeah.
them to that specific demographic, no matter how many pieces of content you post.
Dude, that's sick,
Let's
bro.
like
That's a good point.
that's the like if you're really with me, like it's very hard to get someone who is like really who understands marketing that much. If you can just
Yeah.
do content, like Ian, like I will just get you realtors. That's not gonna be a problem. Trust me, right? Do the content part of it. Go
I'm
meet them.
I'm doing well. Can you what do you think about it? I mean, be honest criticisms. There's got to be some things you don't like. Have you seen my stuff online? Like do you what do you think I should do more of?
I, I don't know. I don't know, but
Just do everything. Fuck it.
just do it. Like, I don't
Just do
know.
everything.
But I don't know, like, are you I don't know you enough, but is that your exact like real personality that you show, or is that just an exaggerated version of
I
it?
think so. I think so. I don't I'd say that's me. I don't really
Okay.
fake it too much, to be
Yeah,
honest with you. That's just how I am,
I think
you know?
that is all that matters. If you're just authentic, it will just sell. Do you
Yeah.
get leads from there or
No,
none?
no, I've never gotten a
None?
single lead. None, zero. Never gotten a single lead from content. But I keep doing it. And I keep doing it because one day I will. And also, it's like a big ass billboard for realtors, for
Yeah.
borrowers, for everybody coming across my page. I want real estate agents and I want borrowers. I want them to look me up on Instagram and Facebook and be like, wow, this dude's got is polished, right? Like I got freaking professional like pictures taken, you know what I mean? And like had a banner made and all this kind of stuff because I'm like, this is important real estate, dude. Like this is my business's billboard. It's gotta look good, you know? So I think that I've built more relationships with agents than anything, but um I think that the client leads will come eventually. Um it's just I'm starting to get a little traction. Like for example, it's tough with mortgage content because I don't know if people are like looking at that, but like the other day I posted something on Facebook. It was a reel and I got like thousands of views on Facebook and I had like 70 comments and I was like, "Oh my God." Like it just random just popped off. So I think it's just being consistent with it, but I don't know, it'll work. It'll work one day, you know?
It definitely
It'll work
will.
one day.
It definitely will. I mean, social media will give you leads. It's impossible not to. Do you make call to actions regularly?
Yeah, I'm like, hey, download this guide, comment if you or did the same thing, anything like
Got it.
that. It's I don't really know why it hasn't happened yet, but then again, there's a lot of the stuff on social media that I'm doing. I realize that the lead may not be it may not be possible to see that lead. Like I've had people like how many friends and family members and people in my sphere of influence are seeing this every day and decide to message me or call me because of that. They're not going to say I messaged you because of your Facebook status. They're just going to message me because they've been seeing my face every 10
Exactly.
seconds, you know? And
Do
it's like, I don't
Here's
know.
what we can do possibly if you are like if you really do content, I would be the happiest person. Like if you just go all in, I would be the
Dude,
happiest.
I'm trying to go all in, man. I'm doing
Just
it.
go
I want to do
use
it more.
use like the real appointments that I'm getting. You just call them up and then, push for these stages, getting to the second call. And also, hey, I just had a plan. Why not just I come over to your place, or maybe like meet somewhere and then we can shoot a, 30-minute episode. I'm name it something, right? For example, Keys and Conversations was the other name for this guy. Name it something that goes with your, it's more like a show, right? And 3 years from
Right,
now, it's like, it can be the Florida thing, right?
right, right. I like that.
It can be the Tampa thing, like Tampa, Florida, and then
And
your
just
name.
interview them and talk to them
Yes, talk to
and
them.
set up the cameras and shit.
Exactly.
Um,
And then see that will become the top of funnel. Don't make call to actions. They're just, keep posting, right? Keep as aggressive, and then run ads to your audience. Okay.
I'm
Consistently
do
run retargeting ads.
I actually am doing that currently.
Is that working?
I swear to God, you want me to show you? Yeah, I'm running retargeting ads to my
That's
current
good.
database right now.
That's good.
Um,
That's good.
I'm like every week I'll put a new video, it'll run for a week. I'll have it max out at like 2 views in 7 days. And every week I'll put a new video out and I'll put because you don't need to put that much money into it. It's like I put like $30 for a week and it
Yes,
shows
yes.
to
That's it.
everybody. Anybody that's ever been to my website, anybody that's ever like interacted on my post, anybody who's ever commented on anything, like they're all getting retargeted every freaking
Exactly.
week.
Exactly.
So it's like, dude, I'm all in, brother.
That's
I'm
it. Like
all
let's
in.
let's let's do that. Like just tell me when are we starting the podcast? Like so like a show
Okay.
or something.
Let me do that. The one thing that I got to figure out before I start marketing that is logistics. I don't, which is not a huge deal, but I don't have a camera. I have a cell phone, which works fine when I'm just filming me.
It's
But if
fine.
I'm going to be filming an interview with somebody, like I'm pretty sure I need like another camera. You know what I mean? Like,
No, I don't think so. I mean it's fine if you can get
or
one.
even rent. I'm okay with renting a freaking
Renting
podcast
one out.
studio.
Yeah, rent one out for a day and then schedule 3 appointments in that same day. Just go three
That's what I'm thinking.
places. Yeah, I think that
That's
was
what I'm
good.
thinking.
Yeah.
And then just tell
Rent
everybody just go over there.
rent
I have the studio for this. And that's another thing. Like I have it for this day only. You have to come this day or we can't do it. I'm paying for this. It's going to be professionally done. It's going to look really good. You've got to show up here on this day. You can't have a appointment or a late thing. Like you got to be there. And then they'll be there because I'll just say
Usually
I'm
they
fucking
will
paying
be.
for it.
Yeah, yeah, they will be. They usually
Right.
will be. Like, then see this whole thing, if we can just add everything that we're talking
Yeah.
about. In my part, I'm gonna be taking care of it, right? When you get me the list. Even if we don't get the list, if you work with them on the content, eventually we will get a list, right? It's
Right.
impossible not to. It's all about trust, right?
Yeah.
And then I can do more of what I can do. But the more you keep recording, the every single month they're gonna speak with you once, and that is
Yes.
direct LTV. You cannot beat that. And every
No.
single there's so many instances for you to make an ask, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna make a lot of progress with this if you really do all of these things.
I will do I will do all of these things.
This
I
is
will do it.
my
So let's recap real quick. Number one,
yes.
you need to make sure I'm getting all of these people on a second call with you
Second
guys.
call. Yes.
Period.
Assurance,
And end of
clarity.
story.
Sell. The reason is assurance and clarity. Assurance how? Because you can literally listen to the call recordings.
You
Sorry,
listen to it,
that's
hear how they
clarity.
sound.
Yes. Accent. What do they say? Does that go well with maybe like it doesn't? That way you can actually say no properly. That's a reason. Assurance because you can talk to my team and see if these are the type of people that you are comfortable working with,
Right.
not just me, because they are going to be an integral part of the journey for you. Assurance and clarity, the reason for the second call, right?
Hmm.
And then yeah, that's it. Yeah, let's continue. What are you saying?
Yeah, that's
Recap.
perfect. Um, and then get the podcasting thing started.
Yeah.
Find a podcast studio. See how much it is to rent it for the day. And then I'll do 2 sessions. I'll do one in Tampa and I'll do one in like Sarasota. So I'll get all my down south people in one day, get all the up north people the other day. I'll call them. I'll get like 3 or 4 um people to do it. And I'll start with my new agents, the ones I just met with, so that I can keep them top of mind.
Yes.
Right. So, and they're all pretty much in the same area. All the people I've met are in the same area. I'll just make sure that I set one up and then I'll get them and then anybody else that wants to come and do it, you know?
Yes. Let's do.
And then that's
Let's
a lot of
do.
content, dude, you know?
That's a lot of content. And then if you, I would really suggest like, go all in. 6 months, don't expect anything from the content side of it, apart from follow-up assets. assets for follow-up, reason for, and then you will make money because these touch points will give you referrals.
Dude,
It
I'm
is
not
impossible.
expecting any leads from the podcast like at all. If we get some, that would be great. But I'm not
That's
expecting a
perfect.
single lead from that thing,
That's
from
good.
someone watching it and saying, I love this. I'm going to call Ian. I am doing this because I get to spend an hour or two in face to face with that realtor and continuously add value to them. And that's going to make
Yes.
them much more likely to give me all of their referrals.
Yes. Yes.
Because if they don't,
Absolutely.
every time they look at that podcast or they go to do that, or I ask them to do another episode, they're going to feel guilty. And they're going to
Yes.
be like, I got to give this guy some fucking business. And they will,
Exactly.
you know? And then
Yeah.
if they just do that one deal, all it takes is one. They do one deal with us, they're going to love it and they're going to be freaking all in. Any relationship I've ever had, like a good one with the high producing realtor, it doesn't start with them saying, like, okay, here's everything. It's just like, yeah,
One.
sure, we'll give you something. And then it's like, all right, we'll give you one, see how you do. And then that one we do really good. And then they're like, okay, cool, let's go send everything over to them. Like it just takes the one. And that's
Yes.
just an easier way to get it done.
There's a lot of things that we can have in our asset to get that done.
Yeah.
I think that's it. And also maybe what else to change? There's nothing else to change. Let's just add like the
How do
second
you,
clause.
how do you like the call? Like, do you listen to two of the calls? Like, give me your honest feedback. I did not like them. I thought I did really poorly on them.
It's not authentic as much. It's not
Yeah,
as authentic because you're not engaged enough, truly engaged. And your acknowledgement is very, you're 100% and awesome. These are the two key words that it just comes out
yeah,
without, it doesn't have like that genuineness. It doesn't feel genuine,
yeah.
and also the slight changes. For example, y- to win their business, you don't have to put yourself down, right? It's not needed. It's not needed, which means that we need to keep the status at all times. What happens is
Okay.
you start with higher status, and then usually you lower that status, like you lose that status at the end. Uh,
Interesting. Okay.
and it's more about what is it called? Uh, Vocabulary, as in like how you say things. For example, thank you for taking the time for meeting me with today. Immediately, it's like, hey, I'm not important. But you are an
Right.
owner, right? You're an owner of a mortgage brokerage. It doesn't matter like if they don't work with you, someone else will. So it's
Right.
not. It's also beneficial to them to take this time out, right?
It
So
is.
it is like, hey, I appreciate. It's a different framing, right? Hey, I appreciate that we are able to do this today. I really value this, and I'm grateful for this connection. That's what I do, right? I never say. I'm never going to be saying, hey, I'm thank you for taking the time to meet with me. You know,
Yeah.
it doesn't
It
make sense.
lowers you.
Yes. And
Okay.
that's
Good.
one thing. And then secondly, uh, I mean, Gary Vee, right? I'm giving an
Hmm.
example. And
Yeah.
and you know that he says about multiple content pieces a day.
Yeah.
And you'd believe that.
Yeah.
Yes, but you did not say that when Karina brought that up.
Mm. And I should have.
Yeah, because you don't believe in that. If I don't believe in you, I don't want you just to win your business, will I change my belief systems? No. This is another way of adding value, right? That hey, I think can I add something? Yeah, do you know Gary Vee? And this is what I do as well to all my clients before, even if I don't close that deal, just as a value, because my consulting calls are also an addition to your time, right? How can I
Right.
add more from my existing information? So the way I would have said it is, for example, uh, she's like, oh, you know what? But if you post too much people don't like it. But that's interesting. That might be true or false. I'm completely not sure about how the real estate works. Can I share my 2 cents on this? I think that would be a good angle to discuss our perspective and take permission. And then I would say, this guy Gary Vee. Yeah, do you follow him? So this guy's like big. He works with Coca-Cola and stuff like that. He's like $350 million a year business as an agency owner, right? He has multiple businesses, right? So he's the goat of social media, right? And what he says is like right now the social media is no more social. It's more like interest media. So it has changed to more specific contents rather than the entire page as the whole. So
Right.
the more you post, the more context points and the more it is exposed to different demographics. Do you think that is something that you align with, or do you think that real estate would be different than that? That
And then
at
they just
least
learn
add
something.
yeah. that at
you know.
least, you have your own way of belief, and then without changing your belief, you still take the conversation forward.
Yeah, that's a really good observation. You're right.
Those
That's
two
good.
things, because otherwise, and then of course the third part would be um point out what questions we need it's not needed. For example, like we can have all the questions written down, let's say the list that I shared with you. From these calls, you have noticed that, these are the things that they really care about, other things they don't care about. Only keep those questions, and then just remember, instead of, looking elsewhere, make it organically.
So repeat that again. So what do you mean by that? By questions? Like questions that I'm asking them?
Yes. When you're
Okay.
asking these questions, um, instead of like make it more organic.
Okay.
It's not needed, but I think
Right.
I'm more OCD with these, when it comes to calls, I'm very OCD, kind of,
That's
very
why
nerdy.
dude, that's why I asked you, brother. That's why I asked you. I needed honesty. I don't need anybody to flatter me, bro. I need honesty. That's why I sent him over to you. I was
So
like, I need somebody that is really good at making calls, looking at these calls and dissecting.
pretty much what I will do is, let's say you have to ask three questions, right? If I
Right.
have to ask, for example, in marketing sense of it, let's say I'm speaking with you for the first time. If I have to ask you, hey, how is the business going right now? What is the goal? And what was the past challenges looking like? Instead of me asking, hey, Ian, give me some understanding about how is the business doing right now. But like, oh yeah, it's doing good and this and that, but it can be better always. Oh, okay, okay, better. It can be better. I touched on that a bit, but I know that my next question is this. So, oh, that's cool, man. Okay, so what is the goal that we are looking forward to? Right? That it is a jump cut. If
It's like,
you
wait, I didn't. Yeah, it's like we didn't. You just breezed right over that.
Yes. So we can
Yeah.
have a conversation. And
Mhm.
then in that process, like right now, you're going horizontal, right? One after one after one. I would prefer may touch like the core of the question. Let's say one question, open-ended, and
Mhm.
then try to dig deeper and then try to find ways where I can ask my existing questions that I need to ask anyways, ask within this conversation itself. Instead of jumping one to one, it can be, I don't know if I will be able to give an example, but it would be like, hey, Jan, let's do a role play, right? Let me try to do
Sure,
a
sure,
role play.
sure. Sure,
Yeah.
okay.
We're speaking for the first time. Hey, Jan, like, can you tell me a bit more about like how is the business doing right now, overall?
My business is doing okay. It's just been kind of slow over the past couple months, but it's starting to pick up.
Uh-huh. Like,
Yeah.
how many months would you say? Like, is that like 6 months-ish?
Probably in the last 6 months or so, I've noticed a little bit of an uptick in business for sure. It's getting a little busier.
Okay. Was it, I mean, just was it busier before, or like, would you say that, especially because, last 2021 was like the best times, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously back in, with COVID and everything, it was
Yeah.
crazy busy,
Yes.
right? But, recently, it slowed down a little bit. Then I got busier. It's like a roller coaster. It goes
It's
kind of
ups
up
and
and down.
downs,
But yeah, but I would say the biggest thing is in probably in the last 3, 4 months, it's gotten bigger comparable to just
the previous
omitting
one.
that before.
Got it. Is it like still like towards the idea, like the ideal goal that you are working towards, or is it like what's the plan that we are working towards, if you even have something in mind?
Well, I'd like to get to 100 million. So it's there, but it could be a little bit more for sure.
That's
Yep.
true. And
So.
is it more like because sometimes I get people saying that they tried a lot of stuff, because plans are something that we always work on, and goals are something that we always strive towards. But have you done anything specific to possibly get to that point, or anything that you tried in the past? What's that solution looking like possibly? Any marketing
I
campaigns that we're working on right now?
Yeah, I have these guys that are cold calling realtors and they're setting me a lot of appointments. Um, it's actually going really well. We're giving them a lot of value by by getting them actual real buyers and having
Mhm.
them call for sale by owners and expired leads and things like that. It's going well. It's just, I need to
It's just going
get
well, like
get more of them.
going only well. Sorry, I
It's
will
going
forget.
horribly, actually. I'm thinking about firing the guy. I'm really upset
That's
with how it's
terrible.
been going.
Well, what exactly, if you could point out something that actually, maybe like sticks out for you in that specific campaign that you feel like can be possibly made better, but it is quite not there yet. That way I can see from your perspective.
Well, I mean, I think the campaign is perfect. I just need to call more people.
Okay,
I need to get to have more meetings and I need to
got
get them. I really just need to get them booked for the second follow-up call,
got it,
because I think I'll have a lot better retention if I can do that.
got it. Like, see, now to interrupt you. Sorry, pause
No,
it
go.
here.
That was perfect. See that was
I
a
went
lot better
over,
than
yes, like everything that I need to know. I got to know that without me making it that, you know what, I have one more question. Let me take you to one more question. It did not feel jump, right? Just one conversation.
right. And when you get to the next destination, you get there.
Yes.
Don't.
And
Yeah.
also if I let's say, for example, if I sense that I'm losing you, right? For example, if I'm for example, when I'm asking about, oh, okay, what's the next step and this and that, if I feel that I'm jumping to the question and I'm not entirely having you engaged in one specific answer, then I would, instead of going to the next step, I'll add a pre-frame to that next question, why I'm asking this. And also, I will give you what the next step is possibly going to look like after this question so that you don't panic or you don't feel like, okay, no, where is this even going? You know,
Okay.
it can be more like, and also like, I would like to try to understand this a bit more before I will, share my screen and take you through that all the things that I have to share about the program. But you mentioned something about this, how did you try something in the past like this before, or that was the first time for you? See, so now I have this question, but I'll cushion it with pre-framing why I'm asking it, the reason, and also what the next step is going to look like so that this question is not isolated.
Mm, I like that. That's a good point. That's it's a lot cleaner than just going, okay, got it. So another quick question. How about blah blah blah? And then it just seems yeah.
Yes, it's in genuine, right? But in the same
Hmm.
time, for example, your situation for the realtors, if you are like, oh, that's interesting, and in your mind, I'm like, oh shit, I'm out of words now. I don't have anything to
Right.
add to this. I'm like, yeah, I mean, interesting. Thanks for sharing that. First of, acknowledge that buys you time. Acknowledge as heavy as possible. That the more you acknowledge, the better they feel, and the more time you get. Right? I can
Yeah.
literally say, thanks for sharing this so transparently. It's very rare for me to, possibly understand without you sharing with me. So I really appreciate you, telling this and giving me this entire picture. But I got 10 more seconds in my mind. So now I
Right.
can prepare from the next question. So I would also try to understand, like, what exactly is your existing lending partners, what does that situation look like right now? Just so, I can possibly see what you value the most. And after
Right.
that, we will just get into like, what exactly the campaign or the program that we have can look like.
It's like you're deplatforming from that question. You're like, I don't want to go this direction anymore. I want to go this direction, but
Yes.
I'm not just going to go that way. You're going to go like
Let's
down,
soften it down.
you
Yeah.
know, wait, okay. And thank you for sharing that, I mean, Sportsert. And then turn around like
Yes.
in regard, and it's like, yeah, I see what you're saying. It's too it's too jumpy. And I think sometimes it's like, you only have 30 minutes, so I'm like, fuck, I'm at like minute 15. Like I need to get through these points I want to get through. And I just think that sometimes you just can't. And it just is what it is. Like it's
I
better
think
to
so.
do that than rush it, you know?
Yeah, I think it's fine. Also, when you structure everything in one place, right, like
Hmm.
this, they don't remember that time is it's already time. Sometimes
Hmm.
90% times on my calls, people do stretch their time with 10 minutes. Nothing is as
Yeah,
important as getting more business. If we're really like you're also adding more business to them, right?
right,
One buyer is not more important than 5, 10 buyers down the line.
right, right.
So,
Exactly.
yeah,
Exactly.
so 10 minutes extra is
Good
fine.
shit, man. Good. That's very helpful, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. Seriously.
That's I'm grateful.
Seriously.
But I would say don't rush in your mind, like don't panic. Also talk a bit slower. That way you can overall it's just the authority. I think the authority can be better. We not better as in the start.
Hmm.
You lose it as you keep going. So we can
Yeah.
possibly keep the authority at the same level and then make an ask for the second call and make the conversation much more engaging by, instead of horizontal, we go deeper and
Mm.
then try to find, just remember four questions that you need. For me, for example, in my course, I have to understand where they are right now, point A, point B, why point B is important, what is the consequences of not having point B, and what did we do in the past to get to point B. If I just know these things, I don't care about anything else. Everything else is a
Right.
bonus. So for your situation, you understand, like you find your own questions, what these four can be, and then you don't have to look into a script. You just can pretty much wing it.
And I guess those four questions for me, if you could, I would say number one, try to almost like qualify them. Like, but I don't even really need to do that. Like, I can look online and see what they are. Like, usually one of the questions I ask for is like, how does your production look for the rest of the year? But like, I could see that online. You know what I mean? I guess what's more important is, one is tell me about the current, your current process with your lender. Like I want to dig into that and see like, are they fucking in love with their lender and I'm never gonna get a referral ever? Or are they like, they're okay? Or are they like, I hate this guy. I gotta find a replacement ASAP, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Finding about their
That's
lender
one.
needs and then yeah, and the other one would be needs. Like what is what's it gonna take to wow them? Um, what is it what's important to them, right? Is it speed the lead so that way I can touch on those things at the end of the meeting and be like, okay, well, here are the concerns that you had, and here are how we, here's how we fulfill those things. But I guess it doesn't matter though. I mean, it because they all say the same thing. They all say the same thing. Communication, speed the lead, and being able to not fuck up the loan. That's it. That's they all of them say those same three things.
So that
All of
becomes the
them.
bare minimum, right?
That becomes the bare minimum,
So you
right?
can start with that. I would
Mhm.
actually start with that. Hey, you know what? It usually is this way that every lender will come to you and say, hey, I can close it on time. I will be available on Saturdays and Sundays. And
Mhm.
I can call these leads on time. But you and I both know that this is like bare minimum. Otherwise, why do I even have a license? Then
Right.
you take their power to, try to, overpower you, and then you take it away from them right in the beginning. And
Mhm.
then they cannot say, what but that is bare minimum. You say it to yourself. This is bare minimum. Well, anyways, that's the reason
Yeah.
I'm there. But the point of this call is, what else is important to you? How do you structure your business? Who do you target ideally? What is the core problems that demographic has that you feel like someone is really not able to understand your perspective? That can be something I,
Right.
I would ask, that your market, your buyers and sellers are, sorry, buyers are important to you, right? What is that one thing that you feel like can be made better? Like, is there anything that you can say to me? Maybe I keep it open-ended. Anything that you can point out that you would really appreciate that can actually make the process even more smoother for you, help you close more deals, help you save more deals overall. That can be an open-ended first step.
I like that. I like that a lot.
That's
I like
one
that. And then
thing.
and then what they're gonna say is this. I'll tell you what exactly they're gonna say. They've had these calls a million times. They'll say, well, really the most important thing to me is just to make sure you can those and they're gonna say those three things. Right? They're gonna say blah 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 blah. And then I'll say something along the lines of like, well, yeah, of course. That's the bare minimum. That's the floor. If you're not doing those three things, you're gonna have a really hard time in this industry.
Yeah.
What else is more like I'm trying, how do I word that next part? Yeah, that's the bare minimum. That's the floor. If you're not doing that, you shouldn't even have a license. Like that's what everyone should be doing. But surely that can't be it. What
It is
else
not
is
it. Like every realtor has their own way of doing it, right?
right?
It is there. I mean, it is there. Everyone
That
is.
can't, yeah, that can't be it. And if that's it, let the call right now. We can do all three of those things. Goodbye.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like,
if those are the three things, I'm the
cool,
best
we
at
can do
doing
it.
that. Like,
We're
let's talk
good.
about that already. Like, what
Yeah,
exactly is that looking like? I can just
there's
go
a
with
lot of
that.
lenders that can do those three things. There's nothing unique about that.
Yes. So, like, we need to position ourselves in a better way, and then also understand their psychology. I'm not entirely sure if I am the best person to do that, but I mean, from my limited, not limited, like a lot of calls to these realtors, I kind of understand what they're looking for, right?
Mhm.
But I don't know what that looks like when it comes to a mortgage specific conversation, right? So maybe your coach will be able to help you point out what are those 2 to 3 things that really matters to them. And then everything else on the mortgage side is bare minimum. Yes, we can talk about the programs and everything,
Mhm.
but and the program marketing assets, these becomes like the cover. But that
Yeah.
real core soul, what is that soul of that call?
Yeah.
Do we even have
Like it.
something there? Or are they
Yeah.
soulless?
They are soulless. I know that.
In that case, that
Cool,
is a
man.
bit.
Good
So we
shit,
can do
dude.
that.
Um, like I got a lot to work on. I'm gonna send you another call recording next time I have another meeting. And I'm gonna practice a couple of these things. But yeah, dude, let's keep hammering away at this. Um, I'm gonna call some of these real. I'm gonna try to get some of these. I'm gonna try to get some more lists. Period.
Okay.
And
Let's get
get
them
these calls
like
booked. Let's get them.
all this.
Let's get them booked for another call before I ask for. I'll
Yes.
say, hey, I want to like get you onboarded with these guys so that we can help get you more business.
Yeah. Don't say
Like
onboarding. Don't say onboarding. It's a
set
step.
up.
No, nothing.
Okay,
Just have a call to, with these with my team so that we can show you more clarity and have you help you with more shows. That's it. Nothing else.
got it. Okay, we can do that.
Otherwise they will feel, that we are asking too much
Right.
psychologically. Yeah, let's do that. All the people that showed up, let's call them again, possibly get to the second call. I'll work on the case study videos, which can become the follow-ups. You work on the content with this
Hmm.
existing list, and then yeah, we can see how it goes. Every single week we can have one of these calls, or maybe every 10 days, and we can
Yeah,
see what progress looks like, and then we'll go like that.
sounds good to me, buddy.
Perfect. Was it helpful?
No, very helpful. Thank you. I appreciate
Okay.
it.
I'm glad
It's
to
very,
hear
very
that.
helpful, man, as always.
All right.
I
Well,
appreciate you, brother. I'll get to work, okay?
yep. All good. Yeah.
All
Thanks
right,
for
man.
that.
See ya.
See ya.